Hello beautiful Pisces, welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and today we're going to be doing a reading. I'm going to be concentrating on the Mercury Retrograde that's coming, I believe, in Libra up until the 18th of October. The reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people get scared when they hear Mercury Retrograde. They get, not scared, but maybe very apprehensive about these things. And you know what? I mean, for myself, in the life that I lead now, in this spiritual, like, uplifting type of energy that I'm in now, I pay less attention to these things than when I used to. The thing that I notice the most is I do feel that we have some kind of electronic stuff that happens in Mercury retrograde. I think that my electronics just don't like it, period. So they kind of slow up and, you know, they glitch a little bit, and I usually take it as an indication that I have to slow down. And it's like anything else, if you put energy into it. And, you know, people put energy in going, oh, well, you know, things are going slower because of Mercury retrograde. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Okay, maybe it's a great thing to be thinking about, okay? We're manifesting a slow up, which is fantastic. Us and the planets, okay? So I love that. I'm okay with the slowdown. I want to put a positive spin on Mercury retrograde. Take time to slow it down, to look at things a little more precisely, to make sure you're not rushing or glitching into something that you don't want to. So that's the energies that I'm going to be concentrating on today, and Spirit. And Spirit's here. How do I know this? I go deaf. I go deaf when they come in. So that's just the way it goes. Not really deaf, I can hear. I just feel like I'm talking inside of my head a lot. I will transcend every loss, and there is no problem, only destiny being revealed. I like that. Okay, so welcoming surrender. This is what I'm talking about, okay? Surrender to, and then there's overcoming fear. These cards speak to me of exactly this. The positive twist is to surrender to the fact that sometimes the planet or life, it doesn't even need to be Mercury retrograde. Sometimes life is going to tell you to slow up, to look at things a little more in depth. Okay, and that's okay. That's what we're supposed to be doing. When it slows up before our eyes, when things don't go as smoothly, this is life giving you a chance, or I should say Spirit, your whole journey, your path, telling you that it's time for you to slow it down, to look at things a little more precisely, give it a little more focus, okay? Overcome the fears that might be there, okay? So I'll transcend every loss. I like that. I will transcend every loss. I'm going to read from the book because I feel that I'm getting from them that it's going to give you, or some of you or all of you, something that you can hold on to, something that will resonate with you, okay? So I'm going to, welcoming surrender. It's the very last card. It says, there is no problem, only destiny being revealed. When surrender is welcomed, you are open to viewing life as a playground of the soul's evolution. You are no longer worrying about what to do or where to go. Instead, you're following the gentle, peaceful flow of inner guidance. In surrender, every personal conflict is handed over to the source, so as not to distract from the prime objective of evolving your consciousness with the utmost sincerity, love and compassion for all. Okay? This is about eliminating resistance, dealing with anger, and easing an overthinking mind. Right. And it also, while I was reading that, all I could hear was like, right, don't take it as a slow up, take it as a chance to go with the flow. Okay? And hand it over to the source and ask them, well, what do you want me to see here? Why am I being slowed down? Is there something I need to look at further? Is there something that I need to just back off of? Do I need to switch directions for something? And don't hold on so much to the fear of it being something that you're not going to like the answer. Just leave it open so that the answer comes in, okay? And don't anticipate a bad answer, is what I feel like saying, okay? Don't count your chickens before they hatch in a bad way, okay? So, overcoming fear. When fear is overcome, you are able to rest in the resilience of your soul, no matter how frustrated or inconvenienced your ego seems to be. See, this is what I feel about retrograde. I feel that it really frustrates some people. It really just stops them. And this is the way to just move forward ahead of this. As I said, everything happens for a reason, even the slow ups, okay? And when you start believing in those things, then you embrace the slow ups as well as the fast movements. You know, if it goes wee for a moment, like wee, like a roller coaster, you go yay. And then when it starts climbing up, well, it's time for you to maybe, you know, take a good look around you. So I like that. So it says you are able to embrace each obstacle and circumstances as life's auspicious way of helping you become the one you were always destined to be. In overcoming fear, every loss surely inspires a gain of insight for the evolution of your spiritual journey. Okay, so I feel like a loss, it's a loss of time. Okay, some of us feel like we're getting a loss of time when we get a slow up. You go, I could be doing so much more, I could be moving so much faster. This is wasting my time. This is a loss of time. So in this case, Pisces, it's okay. Okay, embrace the moment of slow, okay? Say, opening back up to life, healing chronic fatigue, and releasing cellular memories. I believe the healing chronic fatigue and the cellular memories are the important part. Sometimes you need to slow up enough to let and release some stuff that maybe you didn't know you were holding on to, okay? Or to take a very much needed rest. Sometimes we're going 100 miles an hour, different directions, and sometimes it's just time to take a nap, okay? As it were. Sometimes it's just the universe telling you, nap time. Time for you to rest now, okay? So, going into this, of course, we are talking about Mercury retrogrades, okay? There's quite a few every year. And this is where the planet seems to be moving in a different direction, but it's an illusion, okay? That is an illusion. It's just that the way things are spinning. And I know I'm explaining this very badly, but if you want to look it up, it'll make sense, okay? Law of grace. Be your divine essence, dissolve all in grace. I like this because, again, it's telling you just chill, okay? All right, so we're going to continue with this here. We have surrendering. I like it's a lot of releasing in these cards. There's a lot of like release it all to the universe. Release it all. Don't be frustrated. Release. I like that. So we're going to continue on with this. We're going to take Mystical Moment Tarot. I'm going to shuffle it this way because it's not as resistant this way as the other way. I don't know why. All right, Pisces. Strength. Okay. So, yes, absolutely. We have a lot of strength of overcoming, having trust, self-assurance, okay? You have this instinctive drive to just do things. But now you have to find a balance between your logical side and your impulses, okay? When you surrender to inner strength. Strength always, it feels like, this card is never about overcoming the lion with physical strength. Trying to push. What they're showing me is, you know, the hard-headed donkeys. You see that sometimes in movies. They're trying to move them and they won't move. They're like stubborn. They won't move. And they're pulling on the rope and pulling on the rope. And there's nothing happening. In this case, the strength card here is not about overcoming the lion with physical strength. Making him do. It's embodying that strength, okay? When you surrender to the universe, you go inside of yourself and just you have the ability inside of yourself to be strong. I don't know how to explain this better, but it's not forcing the issue. It's surrendering to the issue is what brings you that inner strength. Okay? I guess that's a good enough explanation as far as I can see. It's more about inside, okay? It's increasing your own personal power by welcoming the surrender, by letting it be, by not forcing the issue. And I like that very much. Okay. You have the Two of Swords. This has been coming out a lot. We've just seen it a lot. It's all a balancing act, okay? It's from being blocked emotionally to then experiencing a standstill and then getting like a eureka moment, okay? Instead of sitting in the dark not knowing what to do, know that the dark has an answer for you, okay? Wow, that was pretty, that didn't come. So surrender to the dark moment, not the darkness, but to the dark moment to see if there's something in there you need to be looking at, okay? So if you get frustrated by something not going your way, and you're blaming Mercury retrograde, which I've heard a lot of people go, we're going through a retrograde, nothing's going right. This is, like I said, this is a moment for you to sit. It's a Two of Swords. It's a moment of sitting in the dark. In the usual cards they have, there's a blindfold, okay? And they're showing me in tomorrow I'm going to be doing the reading for next week. The card that came out was contracts, I believe, and it had a scale and somebody with a blindfold in the picture. And they keep showing me this all month. They've been showing me this card, knowing I'm coming to this week. This is saying that in your blindness there is knowledge, okay? And this is what I keep feeling. Just because something's not going right doesn't mean there's anything wrong. Right, that one's another big one. It probably means something is going right. There's something that they need you to see. There's a slow up that's there for a reason for you to look at more in depth. Okay. And both these cards have the word overcoming blocks. Okay, overcoming uncertainty, and this is overcoming fear. So I do believe that is exactly what that means, okay? And in that, absolutely, look at that, the Death card comes through. I like the fact that it does, because when you stop seeing things as a slow up or a block, you will find that you will get movement again, and in that movement is going to be something very that will help you transition to the next stage. Okay? Again, perception, the way you see things, the way you look at things, and Mercury retrograde is so important. Okay? Even if you're going into it and you need to slow up and you need to take your time and really look at things, imagine yourself, they're showing me you browsing in a store. Okay, they're showing you just taking the time instead of going into the store and buying something just because you need it. You know, go, I'm here for Q-tips. That's it. You know, ear swabs. That's it. I'm here for ear swabs, and that's it. I'm leaving. You go in, you go out. In this case, imagine you go into a store and now you're forced. I don't know, you're not going in for ear swabs, or they don't have ear swabs, or their shipment of ear swabs is going to be in 25 minutes. So you're driving 30 minutes away from home to get these ear swabs. You're going to stay. You're going to wait the 25 minutes because you figure, you know, I'm not going to go home and then come back here. I'm just going to wait the 25 minutes, grab some, and then go home. But what do? Do you sit in your car and you fret and get mad? Or do you suddenly look around the store, maybe if you've not been there that often, to see what else they have to offer, okay? Maybe they're showing me like a board you come up that's offering courses and this and that, you know. There's stuff that you would have never paid attention to because you were in a hurry. But now you have time to kill. So you're looking at things in a different way, okay? and instead of ear swabs, you find something else, let's say. I know it's kind of, I know I'm giving you examples, but they're trying to put it in ways, they're showing you in a store just window shopping, like just looking, browsing, not window shopping, but browsing the store, okay, taking your time instead of rushing. And the Page of Pentacles means exactly what it is. It's like, this is new stuff, okay? You now become a student and apprentice, and you're gaining new knowledge and skills. Like, instead of ear swabs, you see those things that take earwax out without, you know, putting stuff inside of your ears. You see something that's there that you hadn't seen before, that's a better system than just sticking cotton swabs inside of your, you know, brain. You start seeing different things, different stuff that opens up your eyes, and then suddenly you have a different perspective, different knowledge, new knowledge, good knowledge, something that's going to help you in the future instead of repeating the same thing that you think is okay. Okay? I hope that makes sense. I know kind of went weird with the example, but that feels okay. It feels like a good example, if you know what I mean. I know that you guys will understand. So, Six of Pentacles, right. Okay. Again, I love the Six of Pentacles. Always makes me feel like it's a new way of gaining prosperity and balance for yourself. Okay? It's assistance. You're assisting yourself finding the balance about giving and receiving, okay? And the balance between both for yourself, to find things that balance you even more. We always need to take a moment. As the Spirit is saying that they will send you times and situations where you need to take a moment to look at how far you've come, where you were, and maybe see where you want to be going next, okay? Where do you want to go next? You're taking stock. You're looking at things. So Mercury Retrograde really offers you that time. So instead of dreading it, you should always look at it as exactly like this picture. Time for tea. Okay? Time to relax. Time to look at things. Time to find your balance. Or rebalance things is what I feel. Okay? The High Priestess. Yeah. It's also a really good time to reconnect with your intuition. If you get to sit around and think to yourself, okay, you know, like, I have time now, I'm not rushing. Because when you're rushing, it's hard to, I mean, you can still work on intuition, but it becomes a fleeting thing. You know, if you're running from one point to the other, intuition comes in and you grab it as you go. But intuition sometimes will send you something, but in that something is something else. This I've found more and more recently. I get an intuitive hit, is what I call them. And then if I sit for a moment with that hit, I find that there are many layers to it, like an onion they're showing me. Okay? There's the whole thing, and I'm reading, let's say, the onion. I go, this is an onion, it's got a skin. But when I start peeling, I see the different levels, the different, what is composed of, what the onion is composed of, and this is what they're showing me. When you're in a slow up, you get the intuitive hits, but they're asking you to take more time to look at maybe going a little deeper into the intuitive message that you're receiving. And you might get completely your mind blown, I'm telling you. It's happened to me quite a few times. I think I understood the intuitive hit, and then I go deeper, and it just kind of unfolds like a flower, or like the layers of an onion. Things start like really revealing when I start looking deeper, and it really kind of blows me away. Like, I sit here going, wow. It's yeah, it's insane. It's fun. The Queen of Pentacles, right? Okay, so they're just talking about the growth that you're getting here from these moments in time when you're slowed up. Okay, and it's beautiful because you have time to get grounded. You have time to just organize things and even make different decisions that will bring in sustainable progress. Okay, you may have, like I said, you may have ideas that'll bring you this much, but these slow ups will actually bring you this much. When you think about it, it will grow even further because you took a moment to go, how can I improve this? Okay, how can I make it better? How can I increase it to help me further? So don't miss out. These are great opportunities, Pisces. That's all I'm saying. Don't miss out on the fact that you can make things even better than they seem to be. Okay, you have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords for me is also a card of irritability, okay? They say the irritation that you feel about, you know, like, this is really Mercury retrograde if you look at it, okay? These battles, these conflicts, this irritability, this feeling of being like, you get stuck in all of this stuff. This also reveals things, okay? I like the fact that there's like, she's got a huge rose like on one side of her face. It's like she's only seeing half the picture. This Five of Swords is saying, you know, things may be cracking. They look kind of okay from, you know, the surface, but, you know, you're just keeping it all together here, you see? It's like, stitch that up. This gives you time to fix things, to resolve conflicts, to help with that kind of stuff, okay? To get past arguments and fighting. And also, you feel very drained. That's what I feel. There's a lot of drain. And welcoming surrender, they're saying it's time to just, you know, surrender to just resting, taking a break. Sometimes it's good enough for you to just go and lay down, okay? Take a break, right? Because when you do, you help with your creativity. This looking back into your insight, if you look at these and you look down, I always do like the triangle with the cards, okay? That's the way I read. The High Priestess is offering an insight and intuition, things that you may not be seeing behind the curtain. When you take the time to look at it and you feel the growth of the Queen of Pentacles, you're getting more and more creativity, okay? This opens you up for more. This makes you somebody with a lot of fertility when it comes to growth and insight and being able to embrace your creative self. Sometimes we get in a groove of creativity, which is wonderful, but sometimes just letting it be, taking the time to stop or pause, not stop, but mostly pause, to not rush into anything. It gives you a chance to look at things from a different way. Like I said, it helps you, you know, browse in the store, okay? Gives you different options. And guess what? 9 of Cups. It's a great way to kind of finish this configuration, okay? The 9 of Cups is a good card, you guys. When you start doing that, you leave room for your wishes and your blessings to arrive, okay? You get wish fulfillment and more contentment. Blessings, abundance, reward, success, okay? And then you can start working on your next wishes, okay? And your next things. I'm telling you, this is a moment of blessing. This is a blessed moment, is what they're saying. You're being blessed with a pause. And you should really take it and look at it for what it's worth to really get insight to what you need to be looking at, Pisces. It's very, very important to do it for yourself. I really, really like this. I feel very calm with this Mercury retrograde. I hope that for some of you that you thought retrograde was such like a, you know, an evil thing in your life. I remember going to work and feeling that people thought retrograde was so, you know, oh, we're going through a retrograde, it's terrible, nothing's working. And I used to always think like, you're always overcome your fear of it, okay? This is the overcoming fear card. Overcome the fear that comes with going into a retrograde. Take it, go with the flow with it like we do with everything else, okay? This is part of our universe. It's part of what happens with our planets. It's a way to slow us down. It's a gift for us to take stock in what we're doing and how we can move forward, maybe in a different way, sometimes not. Maybe it's just reviewing things, as they're saying, to make sure there's no mistakes, that you've dotted your I's and crossed your T's. You might be surprised, okay? Maybe time to just, you know, clean that that underwear drawer, or that junk drawer that you've been ignoring, you know, that you just, I don't want to be doing that. Just pull it right out of wherever it is. Have a sit down, make yourself a coffee, and just start clearing. As you clear stuff and see stuff, you might find stuff that, A, you've forgotten about that need to be taken care of, B, that you no longer need, and C, you put order in something, make you feel like, you know, I've really gotten rid of all the stuff that I don't need. Now I can concentrate on the stuff that's really important, and it bounces you off into a different direction. So, Pisces, I'm going to let you go with this. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so very much. I'm going to be looking at the extended later on. We're going to see what we can do with this. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings. Take good care of yourself. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so before you take off. And hit that notification bell to all, and you'll be notified every time I post. Take care, Pisces.